And now to day 2 of jury deliberations in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Late this morning, jurors sent a note to the judge requesting readback of some testimony.
There's more behind Diddy's silence than anyone expected. For years, he dominated headlines.
Specifically, they wanted to review the transcripts of Cassie Ventura's testimony about that hotel incident when Combs was caught on security camera attacking her.
Not just as a hip-hop mogul, but as a symbol of black excellence, luxury, and power. But now those headlines look very different. The verdict is in, the empire is unraveling, and while many assumed Diddy was untouchable, the truth is far more complex and far more damning than most people ever imagined. Sean Diddy Combs wasn't just famous, he was everywhere. Music, fashion, television, alcohol brands, award shows, even political activism. He built an empire out of charisma, hustle, and relentless branding. But behind the lavish parties and motivational mantras, there were whispers that grew louder over the years, allegations, lawsuits, settlements, and now a guilty verdict that has changed everything. The courtroom that changed everything on a tense day in July 2025, Diddy stood in a courtroom. No private jets, no sunglasses, no entourage. Just a man facing justice. The charges? Multiple counts related to racketeering, witness intimidation, and enabling abuse. The evidence? Disturbing. Videos, testimonies, and chilling behind the scenes reports from former employees. When the guilty verdict was read, Diddy didn't flinch. But the silence that followed wasn't strength, it was shock. A man once known for being loud, boisterous, larger than life, was suddenly very small. The sentencing is set for October 3, 2025, and prosecutors are expected to push for the maximum. But even before that day arrives, the fallout has already begun. The collapse of a kingdom. Diddy wasn't just a rapper or a producer, he was a brand. From Bad Boy Records to Sean John, from Ciroc Vodka to Revolt TV, every corner of his empire was built to exude wealth and power. But since the verdict, that power has vanished. Ciroc has severed all ties. Sean John is hemorrhaging money, facing potential bankruptcy. Revolt TV, once hailed as a bold, black-owned media revolution, has wiped Diddy's name from its leadership page. Sponsorships have pulled out. Retailers are distancing themselves. His name is being removed from deals faster than it once earned them. Behind the scenes, employees have described mass panic. Some are resigning, others are lawyering up. Internal documents reportedly show efforts to cover tracks. Files deleted, NDAs enforced, hush money offered. The empire isn't just collapsing, it's imploding. Celebrities react or stay silent. What's been most telling is how quiet Hollywood has been. The same stars who once danced with Diddy at Met Galas and toasted with him in Hamptons mansions now avoid even mentioning his name. Beyoncé, who once collaborated with him and praised him publicly, unfollowed him the same day the verdict hit. Jennifer Lopez, his famously photographed ex from the late 90s, hasn't said a word. But sources close to her say she feels validated. Jay-Z, silent. 50 Cent, not so much. He posted, "Told y'all money don't hide monsters." For a man who once made the world dance, the silence from the industry now is deafening. The testimony that broke the internet, perhaps the most chilling detail, came from someone outside the spotlight. Diddy's former private chef. In a tearful, nationally televised interview, she revealed what she witnessed behind closed doors. "There were times I was told to erase footage, told not to speak about what I saw. Once I heard a scream that didn't sound like a party. It sounded like fear. I still have nightmares. I fear retaliation even now." Her story was echoed by other former employees, bodyguards, housekeepers, assistants, all with eerily similar accounts of intimidation, control, and secrets. NDAs, threats, surveillance. This wasn't just celebrity paranoia, it was a system built to protect power no matter the cost. Love, loyalty, and lawsuits for years. Diddy portrayed himself as a lover, not a fighter. He dated models, singers, and celebrities, often surrounded by mystery and opulence. But now, even his romantic past is being re-examined. Some of his former partners have come forward with private stories. Others remain silent but have cut off all communication. Lawsuits are piling up. Civil suits, defamation claims, harassment allegations. Behind the luxury and love songs was something darker, and now that darkness is coming into the light. What went wrong? So what really caused Diddy's empire to fall? It wasn't one moment. It was decades of whispered rumors that were ignored because the man behind them was too powerful to question. Fame created a shield, money silenced critics, success blinded the public. But eventually, the truth caught up, and when it did, the man who once shouted, "Can't stop, won't stop," finally did. October 3rd, 2025, Judgment Day Diddy's sentencing will be one of the most watched moments in entertainment history. Not because people want revenge, but because they want answers, closure, justice. Prosecutors are expected to present new evidence, including sealed testimonies and financial records that suggest cover-ups spanning over a decade. Meanwhile, Diddy's lawyers are scrambling, possibly negotiating a plea to avoid the harshest outcome. But no deal can repair the damage done. His legacy has been rewritten, and even if he walks free, the public has turned its back. Silence, power, and the cost of secrets. Diddy's story is not just about one man's fall. It's about the culture that allowed him to rise unchecked. It's about the danger of worshipping power. It's about how silence, whether enforced by money or fear, can protect darkness for years. But eventually, even the most powerful empire falls. And when it does, the silence becomes deafening. The bigger message, Diddy's downfall sends a message that even the most untouchable figures are not above accountability. It's a warning, and a wake-up call for the entire industry. The verdict wasn't just about Diddy. It was about every enabler, every cover-up, every voice that was silenced along the way. As we wait for October 3, the world is watching, not for entertainment, but for justice, for truth, for the end of a story that should have ended a long time ago. Final words. So next time you see a headline about Diddy's sentencing or hear whispers of another lawsuit, remember this: it's not about cancel culture. It's not about drama, it's about the victims, it's about truth, and it's about a man who thought he was untouchable until he wasn't. This is the real story behind Diddy's downfall, and this time, it's not one he can dance his way out of.